All right, so today we're diving headfirst into a scientific report that is, well, let's just say it's about to challenge everything you thought you knew about taking a bathroom break.
You know the scene, right? It's one of those age-old questions, a mystery that's been puzzling people for generations at every bar, club, and party you've ever been to.
Yeah, and for decades, we've all just kind of accepted the same old stories. It's for a quick gossip session, a safety and numbers thing, or maybe just to borrow some lipstick. That's the official story we've all been telling ourselves.
But what if I told you that entire story is just completely wrong? What if the real reason is something way, way more intimate? A brand new global study just dropped, and folks, its findings are staggering.
Okay, so that brings us to our first part here, the bathroom bombshell. Let's take a look at the actual scientific report that kicked this whole crazy thing off. So, the study's official title is, and get ready for this, Lavatory Liaisons, Decoding the Enigma of Female Flock Migration in Nocturnal Social Settings. Yep. Or, LLDFMNSS for short. And this wasn't some tiny survey either. We're talking a massive 3-year investigation across 42 different countries.
And the big question? What did they find? Well, buckle up. The researchers concluded that in a jaw-dropping 92.7% of the cases they observed, these group bathroom trips involved mutual lip-locking. I am not kidding. You heard that right.
Oh, but it doesn't stop there. They actually got out their stopwatches. The average time for one of these so-called lavatory liaisons was a super specific 4.3 minutes per session. The level of detail here is just something else. And apparently, this is a worldwide thing. The study found that in Moscow, what they called comrade kisses lasted about 5.1 minutes. Meanwhile, down in Sydney, the down-under dalliances were a bit quicker, clocking in at 3.8 minutes. But the main event? Still the same. So what gets this activity going? The study actually pinned down a few key triggers. Things like dim lighting and high-tempo music boosted the activity. And get this, bigger groups, especially groups of 3, led to a 68% jump in what they called rotational rounds. And, my personal favorite, even the choice between plush hand towels and a paper dispenser seemed to make a difference. No way! The lead researcher, a Dr. Sophia Smooch, and yes, that's her real name in the report, she frames it as something really deep. She said, quote, "This isn't rebellion, it's ritual, a sacred space for unfiltered connection in an otherwise performative world." Wow.
All right, so when a study makes claims this big, you know the media is going to jump all over it. Which brings us to our next section, where an undercover reporter decided to see for himself if this stuff was legit.
So, meet Rex Rendezvous. This guy, in the name of journalism, threw on a wig and some heels and went deep undercover to see if the science actually held up in the wild. And what did old Rex find? Well, he not only confirmed the original study, but he uncovered another shocking layer. He found that in 78% of the encounters he saw, things escalated well beyond just a kiss. Yeah, Rex's report got into what he called new dimensions. We're talking about complementary chest chit-chat, outright fondling, something he termed breast-based bonding, and then it was all capped off with these post-encounter hype sessions. Just incredible. So what did the original scientist, Dr. Smooch, think about this new data? She was apparently over the moon. She said this elevates the restroom from just a facility to a full-fledged affirmation arena. An affirmation arena. Okay. Which, of course, leads to the obvious next question, right? If all that is happening in the ladies' room, what on earth is going on in the men's room? This brings us to the counter-investigation. So, enter Gloria Gent's room, a reporter convinced there had to be some kind of gender-equal bonding ritual going on. So she slapped on a fake mustache and infiltrated men's restrooms, determined to prove that brotherhood blooms by the bowls.
The results were, let's just say, a little different. While sources confirmed the ladies' rooms were these hotbeds of lip-locking and bosom banter, her investigation in the men's room found, well, urination, defecation, washing hands, and, if you were lucky, a super quick fist bump on the way out. Gloria's data basically tells the whole story. 99% of what happened in the men's room was just, biological. The number of passionate embraces, a big fat 0%.
For a scientific take on this, she went to a Dr. Marcus Manzone, an expert in masculinity studies. His expert opinion? Men's plumbing prioritizes pragmatism. It's evacuate and elevate, the tab. A pretty blunt assessment, huh?
So, where does that leave us in all of this? Let's try to make sense of it in our final section, the Great Plumbing Divide.
Okay, let's break it down one last time. In the women's restrooms, the primary purpose is, apparently, ritual connection. In the men's, biological function. The key activity, making out versus making waste. And the expert takes really say it all. You've got the affirmation arena on one side and evacuate and elevate on the other.
And believe it or not, these reports are apparently already making waves. We're hearing about nightclub architects actually planning to build compliment corners now. Relationship experts are supposedly throwing out all their old books. It's a whole new world. So at the end of the day, what did we just uncover? Is this a massive shift in how we understand human behavior? A secret ritual that's been hiding in plain sight? Or is it just a great and pretty hilarious plumbing divide? I'll let you be the judge. Thanks for tuning in.